Hello. This is an example of a DC nodal analysis analytical problem with a level of 1. So let's get started. Overlooking the circuit, looks like we have a total of 4 nodes. Yeah, 4 nodes. We have a reference node at the top left, and then 3 other potentials labeled V1, V2, and V3. Does not look like we have any control variables, and the SOT variable that we're trying to solve for is I naught, the current going across the R4 resistor from V1 to V3. So the first step is to determine how many equations we need, and to do so, let's count up the total number of nodes, which is 4, subtract the reference node, and there's no control variables, so we're going to need 3 equations to solve this problem. First, we always look for voltage sources for the equations, and it looks like we have one in roughly the middle, connecting the reference node and V3. It's the voltage source V1, and its positive terminal is on the bottom, negative is on the top. So if we do V3 minus 0 equals V1, or just V3 equals V1. Next, let's go to V1, the potential on the right. It's connected to 2 resistors and a current source. Let's start with the current source. So the current source is going into the node, and its value is I1. And since it's going into the node, it's going to be a negative I1 plus, let's find the current going across the R2 resistor. So it's from V1 to the reference node. The reference node has a potential of 0 always. So the current across it using Ohm's law is going to be V1 minus 0, or we can just ignore that, over R2. And finally, let's find the current going from V1 to V3 over the R4 resistor. So we have, using Ohm's law, the voltage divided by resistance is going to be V1 minus V3 over R4 equals 0. Next, let's look at, we already did V3 with the voltage source, so let's go to V2. Let's find the current going across R1, and that's from V2 to the reference node. So it'd be voltage divided by resistance, Ohm's law, V2 minus 0, we can ignore that, over R1. And then let's add the current going from V2 to V3. So we get V2 minus V3 over R3. And let's set all that equal to 0, click submit. Looks good. Now we need to solve symbolically for the SOT variable of I naught. So the SOT variable is at the bottom here. It's going across R4 from right to left. And to find the current going across that resistor, it's going to be voltage divided by resistance. The voltage is going to be, since it's going from right to left, V1 minus V3, and the resistance is the R4. So we're going to get V1 minus V3 over R4. Perfect. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps.